Hello, hello, hello. I'm about to do a little speed play, but before I do that, I thought I would give some tips on how to use the blueprints properly. Just so you know, I've already gathered all the supplies and everything, but I'm going to be doing a custom job, so let's go take a look at what we're going to be building. And if none of you have seen Pigsy Village, well, that's what we've got so far. And the goal of this little village is to essentially showcase all of the different blueprints. Of course, we don't have all of the blueprints represented here, and some, as in the case of this, we're going to be doing multiples of. This is actually the blueprint I'm going to be modifying. So let's take a quick look at the exterior. I really do not like the Minecrafty look of the roof, so that is going to be altered with actual roof tiles, which will require some customization. Here's the back, and eventually there'll be a little garden out here, I'm sure. Depends on what the owner wants. And the windows are very, very plain. This is a very basic build, actually. So let's take a look inside. Inside, I've added just some rudimentary lighting. Just because it was so dark, don't need monsters spawning in here. And you can see there are no rooms. There are no, very little of anything, really. Then you get up here, and it's just one huge loft. Lots and lots of wasted space. I would love to put another floor up along perhaps here. And then over here, you have this little window, which I don't know why it's there. So I'll probably add some sort of little loft area here, and then leave this space open. But yeah, that is essentially what the interior looks like. And this is using yellow wood wall, which I really do not like. Oh, I love the Pigsies! The first thing you should know about building with a blueprint is that even though it's called a cornerstone, well, it's not exactly in the corner. And it usually doesn't show you which is the front, which is the side. I've spoken about this on the boards and stuff, so I have a lot of others. If we look at it, I actually have placed it on the side. There is actually the front door right there, which you can see mirrored over here. So what we need to do is we need to figure out how to fit this. Well, I've already done this, so come over here. Another thing, when you place it, the cornerstone is usually at ground level and not above. So this right here is all grass tile. We do not want that. It's too much work. Hello. So let us go and put it in this little recess. And now you see the outline, and it's flush with the ground. This is all well and good, but now we've got another problem. And that is, we have all of this to get rid of. So to take care of that, let us do this. These are very, very, very useful. And I'm using an advanced. And what you should do with these is simply rotate them. That'll go below the level we want. So let's try there. Ah, ground level. Right click. And we'll place another one. Oh, I hate when it does that. This can be such a pain in the butt to work with. How much further do we have to go here? Ooh, that made it right to the edge. So let us place one here on the edge. We'll harvest this. I'm not too worried about that up there right now. We can extract that as we go. And I definitely want to thank Shadow Llama for letting me use his account. Because I am intending to start from scratch on mine. That way I can do a nice walkthrough about every step of the way. I mean, his crafting is, well, have a peek. He has all of the stuff, or at least most of it, including premium blocks, so when I do my walkthrough, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have everything already there. It just, it doesn't work for the experience, in my opinion. Okay, I think one more should do it. It should be about right, actually. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay. Let's see how far off we are. The one thing I should say before I go much further, there is a problem with the way blocks work. It's not a huge issue, but do you see all of this, oh, that's gonna be hard to see. I'll show you in a moment. Alright, well that was fun. My connection cut, which is common, unfortunately, in my particular case. Anyway, I'll collect those. What I was saying was that the mud normally will turn to grass. Well, not the mud, the dirt will normally turn to grass when left in the open like this. However, when you have a blueprint down, it will not do so. Let's just oh, it's not bugging, is it? There we go. I hate when it does that. Most people not have the same issues I do. I am running off of a dinosaur. Okay, so we have a lot of digging actually left. Oddly enough, that's where the border is. So what I'm going to do you'll put it in there further. Oops. I'm not liking that. Ah, okay, good. And I know it seems weird to collect all the dirt and grass, but for the most part they're actually valuable. You would be surprised. Good for filling in caves, leveling out ground, etc, etc. And I'm going to just put some grass tiles here. Because I did go down one level too far. However, that will give me a better idea of how far down we're going this time. Okay, that's the right height, but I need to go one further over. So what I'll do is that. Okay, lost my connection again. Interact, come on. There we go. I'm going to leave the ground open for now. And I'm going to leave this wall up for now, because I want to illustrate something. Okay. Let's head back over. And of course the blueprint has vanished again. Easily fixed. Let me put these back there. And are you going to show? You are not going to show. Incidentally, this is all going to be expanded. Some of that valley will be filled in, some of it won't. Might be raised a little bit. You can see off in the distance, that is one of the forts that are available. It's nowhere near finished though. Finding all that wood is a nightmare, even though we have our own forest. Okay, the blueprint doesn't want to show. So let's go ahead and activate. And one thing I want to do, I want to add custom blocks. So I'm going to show you how to do that. I want to use that. I want to use that. We're going to use a blue adobe wall and stacked stone wall for the fireplace. And I'm going to use limestone wall for the pillars. So let's go over here. Oh, there's the blueprint. Okay, do you see the red? Those signify blocks that are not supposed to be there. Incorrect placements. What I'm going to do, show hints through blocks. This is very useful. I don't know if I can really illustrate it right now. But essentially, if you have placed a block, and there was a block behind it that you missed, it'll actually show a blue outline through the block that you've placed, so that you can go and fill in. This happens especially often when you're expanding outwards. So this is the other thing I wanted to do. Oh, and incidentally, every time you come back into the game, you will have to click that advanced button again. Or the show button, my bad. Okay, this is fun. This is where you can customize. Now, as I said, we don't want this. We want something a little bit neater looking, so drag and drop. Also, since we have a more stone-like appearance with the walls, I'm going to try bedrock door, and I can always replace these later. I'm going to get a lot of bugs from that. I can tell you now. I'm going to get bugs. It's going to show it incorrect because I'm going to have to rotate the pieces and things, and I don't care. It'll happen. And well, as long as the pieces are placed, that's good. Now this is the other thing I want to do. I want to place a wood window, and I might change it to stone. We'll see how it looks. But for now, I'm going to go with a wood window because I want a window frame. And that should be everything. We will save. And note that it deselected the show hints. We will fix that. Now every time I go into here, it will show those. It shows you how many pieces you have in your inventory, which is really nice. But it will also show progress, as you can see here. When you complete all the pieces, like let's say I put both doors in place, there will be a check mark there showing me that I'm done with that particular piece. Very nice. Okay, this is what I was talking about. And I'll turn back around in a moment. This is just basic window pane. No frame around it or anything, and it just doesn't look very good. So I definitely want to fix that. And if we come back around, it's being buggy right now, which is why I have that outline when I shouldn't. But you can see there are blocks on the ground. Now, what you do with these, let's see if I have... well, I do have grass. So I will show you with one of those. If you look here, it's a red outline. That's because it's a dirt tile. So I will replace that. And if we go over here, if it will let me show you, there's another one. We can see this from a better angle now. You see the little shape there, the miniature version of the block? That's all you have to do, and the shape will disappear. Now, as you can see, it even shows vertically where bits and bulbs are not where they're supposed to be. So if we go up, you can see this entire section has to go. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oh, keep us. And the infamous floating island, which took us a couple days to build that, actually. Bloody long build. But at any rate, that's about all I have to show for this. If we look at the advanced options again, show non-blueprint blocks. This just outlines all of the blocks that are not part of the blueprint. So if I was to put a block in there that wasn't part of the blueprint, it's not obstructing anything, it'll show me as much. I honestly never used that option though. Now, I will be doing 2 videos on this. The first one, which will probably be done by Shadow, just because, will be the actual construction, and that will be a speed run, because this will take a couple hours to build, even with all of the components. So, you will get that. Afterwards, I will do a follow-up video, which will show customization of the interior, and we'll actually create an interior for this this house. Since the one over here is up for sale, I have left it as is. However, this one I will probably I probably won't occupy it myself, but I do want to do a custom build and probably give it away as a gift. Did I see a chest? I did not see a chest. I'll renew over here real quick while I'm at it, though. I said run. There we go. This will give you a better idea. You can see all of the red. And you can see the progress here, showing hints through the blocks. There we go. Now if you look, this appeared up here. Those are blocks that have not been placed. I probably would have missed them otherwise. Now I would obviously see them up there, but from a location down here, I would not see them without that option checked. And yes, this is being built on top of a rather deep cave. And I mean rather deep cave. Oh, let me up. I won't go into much detail about this though, because, well, that's a subject for another video. But you can see some of the supplies are already set up here. Let me add to them while I'm at it. I don't think I needed any gates here. And you can see most of these blueprints do not include lighting, which is a bit of a bum feature, I think. But you can always add your own. I love how I can see the teleporters from over here. That castle, though. It was such a pain to build, and there's actually a cavern below there, thankfully with water in, so every time we fell while building it, we had to aim for the water, and with my luck, I usually missed it by about 1 block. Yeah, stupid caps lock. Windows 10 sucks. I never had a caps lock appear like that on Windows 7. It's annoying. But okay, this is pretty much it. Of course, when I finish, I will add the walkway going up. And as you can see, the wall here needs to be completed, and I will probably do that after the speed build and everything. Not necessarily for the customization. I will most likely do it as a separate thing off screen. But yeah, oh, the fireplace. I'm not even living in the city anymore, and I still get that. This is something that's definitely getting modified. You cannot see the fireplace in here, and that's really annoying. Because I think it would be a lovely feature, especially since Shadow actually has the fire pit recipe. You know, that infamous recipe that nobody can ever find. He somehow managed to get it. Rainbow has it too. Which she got it when she was given a totally non-relevant item. It was some other stone item. And somehow in the transference of that item she got the recipe. We don't understand how, but who cares? Obviously I will probably never get that recipe on my own account, but oh well. So yes, this will be hollowed out more in this for the customization. And I will be adding an interior, furnishings, all that fun stuff. Also, I'll probably be adding some custom furniture, like couches and things. If you check on other... Actually, Playful has a video about it on their own YouTube channel. You should probably check that out. They give some very nice ideas on how to make use of various blocks, the rotation, advanced rotation techniques, just really, really cool stuff. So, I would suggest you go there. I will probably be doing some videos on that at some point, but right now, I just want to get this over with because I'm taking a break from that fort over there. There's just too much wood involved, and we go insane with these excavators. We have a section of forest, and we basically mine the forest from the top down, and then replant the cragwood trees and the ashenwood. So yeah, long process. I do like how you can sort of see the interior from here, but one thing that is a common complaint, if you don't know the entrance, you won't be able to see it. The fort over there, I had to place it multiple times before I actually had it oriented in the right direction and everything. So yeah, that is something that the devs definitely need to fix. Okay, I am going to put stuff back. Oh. That's right, he had it like this. Because the doors can frankly go on last. Okay, so that is everything. And I'm sorry for dragging it out, but, well, there is a lot to building one of these blueprints. Incidentally, in order... We'll go over to the blueprint section for a moment. If you want to build a blueprint, you have to craft the cornerstone. For this small traditional house, you must use 5 iron slabs and 15 fossils. You can pay 700 coins, which is actually less than $10 American money. I think you get 500 for 5 American dollars. So it's about 10 cents a coin, I think. At any rate, you can buy the kit. The kit has all of the blocks, and it also has the cornerstone. Now, Shadow has done this with the temples up here. There is a special kit which you can buy all of, or both blueprints, all of the premium block options, including some new ones. And you even get some of the blocks. You get like, I think, 400 a piece for the main blocks. So yeah, at some point we will be building that. There is a jungle behind me. That's most likely where it will be built. Although the Pigsy statue will most likely be one of our priorities, since that will be either in the town square or at the western entrance to the town. But the one last detail I do want to bring up: the cornerstone. Once you have built your structure, you can deactivate the cornerstone, remove it, just hit deactivate. I do believe there's a confirmation involved. Once it's deactivated, you can pull up the cornerstone, and having done that, you can reuse it as much as you would like. And if you choose to do so, you may always reset the palette back to its original configuration. Most of the customizations we've done so far are in places such as the barn, where it needed a premium piece that we did not have at the time. So I substituted one block for another, and we'll go over there. I have time if you do. YouTube, as much as it sucked on some things, it has improved on time limits and stuff these days, so here we are. This this lovely little temple block, which is part of the free set that you can get. I do believe it's still free. But I substituted that for a fancy floor tile, which I did not have. I think it looks pretty good. Although once I do get the original floor tile, I will probably put it in here. Simply because of the fact that this pattern is a little bit out of place. Not much, but a little bit. And that's simply because it's a little too decorative for the barn. Ah, yes, the pigsies. Oh, there's a rainbow over here. That is something else we have to do. We have to work on bringing all of our creatures here, because they keep getting lost in our canyon workshop. They end up glitching either above or below, and it's very difficult to jump all over the canyon to get them. At any rate, that is it for this. So, next video will actually be the speed run. And I have no idea how long it will take in the video. But, like I said, it will take about 3 or 4 hours to build the actual structure, I do believe. Possibly a little bit less because the blocks are already there. So, yes. It'll probably be another 15-20 minute video. But until then, have a good evening, and I will see you all hopefully in a few days, as opposed to my last video, which was a few weeks ago. It happens.